drink and I'll work real quick. Alright, well, do me a solid and just tell him to shut the fuck up for the next 20 minutes while I'm dealing with this. Just gonna recap these markets real fast. If you could let me use my own office, that would be beautiful. That's what I thought, thank you. Alright. So, let's get it on. Give me just a minute here, get everything straightened up, all the stuff that I need, all the tabs I need, make sure I got everything. And we will be live, boys and girls. If you're out there hanging on, please be patient. Give me a few minutes here. All right. And move the chat over where I can see it. Say what's up if you're in the chat. Please like, subscribe if you've not already subscribed to the channel. I am going to be back every day again, so now would be the time to do so. Yeah. Just make sure I got everything I need real fast, and we will be on the way. All right. Alright, fuck it. It's good enough, I guess. Let's go. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? What is going on? So, real quickly here, I would like to go over a couple of things. All right. So let's start with just a quick breakdown on the markets, guys. All right. I don't know if we've got anyone here right now, but we're going to get going, so fuck it. Welcome, everybody. I'm The Real PG, this one-stop shop for the latest crypto, everything. Past 24 hours has been a whirlwind in the cryptocurrency world, breaking down everything today that's happened in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin pretty much holding steady. Altcoins are starting to pop off, and we're getting some regulatory moves making waves. So yeah, we're going to break down the freshest stories, most up-to-date price information. Grab your drink, get ready, and let's do this. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss an update, as I will be live every single day. All right, so let's start looking at the Bitcoin and Ethereum prices. Currently, we are sitting just above the $108,000 area on Bitcoin, and that is our main support. Last night, Bitcoin was trading around 109,100. We've seen a little bit of a dip since then. Yesterday's 24-hour high was 109.4, and now we got a low in of about 107.9, I believe. Yeah, 107.963. So sentiment, man, right now it's optimistic. It's optimistic right now, I would say. Some people pointing to the institutional flows and the stuff going on with Elon specifically being incredibly bullish with the America Party, with his possible position in Bitcoin becoming much larger. So keep an eye on the 108K level for your support. That is basically what you're going to want to be looking at. After we broke out of the little pennant we were in here. I'm sorry. If we broke out of this little pennant, now we're coming back and just retesting the support here. Looks good. Ethereum showing a little bit of strength, or at least it was last time I checked. ETH looked pretty good, sitting at 25.37, hit a high of 25.69, up 0.23% over the last 24 hours. Kind of been flirting with the 25.75 mark. I think the high yesterday came in at around 25.77. Ethereum's gains are tied to basically the excitement around the rumors of BlackRock's accumulation and potential staking products, as most of you obviously are aware of now. Post on X obviously hyping up ETH rolling tokenization and DeFi, and with a market cap over 300 billion, it's clear that ETH is probably not going to be slowing down, guys. So I am still in my Sui trade from yesterday. I'm sitting at about break even right now. I took some profits yesterday, but yeah, back to ETH. I mean, what's really fueling the moves in ETH right now, and Solana, I guess, too, but more the Solana ecosystem? Macroeconomic factors, probably, inflation fears, some crypto specific regulatory shifts that we're seeing. So you got to keep on your toes right now. This is a very, very, very important time in the markets that we're pretty much at the support resistance zone that's going to decide whether we're going to burst into new all-time highs or whether we're going to get this summer lull. So let's talk about a couple other coins that are doing well today. Hop back over to here. Let's take a peek. So leading the charge, you got Celestia, XLM, Aave, good old SPX 6900, Radium, shitty XRP is somehow up here. So you're seeing a lot of Ethereum tokens and a lot of Solana tokens. Notice the trend that I spoke on with these new ETFs and staking. You're going to see a lot of money coming into these ETH and Solana beta plays, as ETH and Solana themselves probably don't have too much room to the upside left. So outside of that, you're not seeing much of the meme coin love that we've been getting for that last week. Outside of SPX, you don't see Fartcoin in the top 10, which it usually is. So maybe something to keep an eye on with the altcoins today. They have been definitely getting a little spicy in the past 24 hours. So yesterday, I believe it was, Cardano made a big break. I'm not a Cardano fan, but it was up 10% in under 24 hours. Floki had a big day, another one that I'm not a fan of, but it did put up 16.5% yesterday. Toncoin, though, this is a bigger one. So Toncoin took a little bit of a hit after UAE regulators debunked claims basically that staking $100,000 in Ton could secure you a golden visa. And then Ton spiked to 303 on Sunday, but the Emirates News Agency clarified that no such program exists after all, tanking the sentiment and bringing us back down into that 280 level. I'm not sure where we're currently at on Ton, and I'm not a holder of Ton, but I guess if there was this backing on the golden visa, it would certainly be bullish. Yeah, back at pretty much 280, right where we were. So nothing much has changed. But yeah, we saw the big spike here on the news and then instantly pulled back and given back 100% of the move. Sweet. Let's take a peek real quick. Just make sure my trade hasn't gone south. All right, up 23% currently. Looking good. All right. What else is going on? Let's see. All right. Let's talk about some big picture stuff. Shaking up the crypto regulatory space in the industry, kind of driving a lot of sentiment in for the day. So, first up, you got the House U.S. Republican leadership set to review 3 major crypto bills, including the Genius Stablecoin Act, starting on July 14th. Post and X are calling for this to be a major game changer, with some saying the market structure bill could finalize in weeks only. This could bring some much needed clarity to the U.S. crypto markets, potentially boosting adoption. So keep an eye on this. It's huge. It really is. On the enforcement front, the U.S. Secret Service seized nearly $400 million in crypto, using blockchain forensics to crack down on scams and sextortion schemes. Shows regulators are getting savvier. Starting to figure out their ways around, which could build trust in the space, but it could also drive scrutiny for traders, you know? So, I'm sorry, I have it not even verified. You guys are able to see my screen. Okay, you are. All right. So, yeah, a little bit of mixed feelings there on the Secret Service seizing 400 million in crypto, but Binance dropped a pretty big bombshell, upgrading its pay send service to let users send crypto via phone contacts or on-chain transactions. This makes payments smoother, more secure, reinforcing the Binance dominance and the dominance of CZ. Xpost obviously hyping this up, and it's a step towards mainstream adoption, and that's kind of been a repeating thing today. Adoption. And no, we're not seeing a lot of price action. We're not seeing a lot of huge moves anywhere, but we are seeing a lot of movement forward in the legislative space, in the adoption space. And fuck it, here's a wild one for you. Those who have not been paying attention, Elon Musk has a new party. And they are, I believe, going to be comprised of 5. I don't know if it's 5 votes or 5. It's 5 something basically. So it breaks down where you have 47 left wingers, 47 right wingers, and then you got 5 in the middle. And that 5 is basically going to be the most important and most deciding group of anyone. So they're now Elon's party going to be referred to as the America Party. Pro Bitcoin, which is obviously number one for us Bitcoiners, calling fiat currency hopeless. But if fiat currency is truly hopeless, Elon, why are you holding on to like $76 billion, million, whatever it was? Some outlandish amount in Tesla that's just sitting in hopeless fiat. Time to put your money where your mouth is, big dog. And I don't know. I don't know if this is just Elon stirring the pot or if this is like a real policy push. And no matter what it is, it's got the community buzzing a little bit. So X is going crazy over this shit. So what should you be watching in the next 24 hours? Keep tabs on Bitcoin, especially the 108K support level. Bitcoin's 108K support level is extremely important. We came down to retest it overnight last night. We held it very, very, very nicely this morning. Let's just zoom out a little bit here. So we came down last night and we did test 108,000 and 107,999.80, 108 on the dot, and it held with a beautiful bull wick. So I talked about it in my video yesterday briefly. I'm expecting short-term targets of 110 to 111K, followed by either a breakout into price discovery or a push back down. But 110 to 111K is going to be my first and next target. After that, you're going to want to, like I said, keep your eyes on that 110, 111 level for Bitcoin. Ethereum, same thing. We're looking for a push to 2,600. That is the critical resistance on Ethereum. Right now we're sitting at 2533, and as you can see, 2,600. You got some big time action on 2,600. If we draw a ray across it here, you see we've hit it just in the last month 1, 2, 3, 4 times and not been able to get through at 2,600. So that's kind of your bull market doors for ETH, if you will. Kind of like 110 is your 111 is kind of your push to new all-time highs. This would be your push not to new all-time highs, but your push to the next level up on the chart. If there's any altcoins that you are specifically eyeing up, like I said, alts are starting to move. We saw some movement over the weekend, but market's open right now for the first time in 4 days, I believe, and we're seeing the alts red pretty much across the board. If we look at the crypto bubbles right now, let's look at my portfolio specifically. I know it's not looking great right now. So my personal portfolio, this isn't showing everything. So my personal portfolio is comprised of Bitcoin, Caspa, Aerodrome, Tau, Sui, which is not on here, Fartcoin, and Ondo. I don't know why the other two aren't showing up, but now one shows up. It's being weird, but it's not looking stupendous today. We're not seeing a ton of terrible moves either. Kind of just relying on Bitcoin and Ethereum and the dominance. Let's take a peek at dominance. So I talked about this briefly yesterday as well. I made a call on Bitcoin dominance back on the 22nd of June. So Dom top call 622 at 66%. It was actually 66.06%. At that point, I was speculating for rate cuts in 3 of these 4: July, September, November, December. It looks like July is off the table now for the most part, and I'm expecting dominance to see the 45 to 55% level when all is said and done. Why am I looking at those levels? Because I don't expect dominance to drop quite as far this cycle as it has in the past cycles due to the rotation is not going to be there. Nobody's going to be rotating out of IBIT into altcoins. Nobody's going to be rotating out of Master into altcoins. That just doesn't make sense. It's not like people are holding spot Bitcoin and ready to roll it over into small altcoins. Obviously, there are people doing that and will be doing that and have been doing that for the last year and have been getting punished for it. But what I'm seeing here, honestly, we're in a giant ascending wedge that we've been in for years now, right? So we've been in this giant ascending wedge, and we are so damn close to this thing falling apart. If you start to look, if we get rid of these lines, you start to see it weakening up. You're starting to see a little bit of bearish divergence on the charts here. You got your high here, you got a lower high here, you got your high here, but you got a higher high on the chart. Seeing less momentum, but higher highs. That means it's going to resolve bearishly sooner than later, most likely. But eventually, it will track this bearish momentum and it will come down. And all we are looking for is one candle to smash through. And once we can come down and see some kind of bounce under and a re-attempt to get back in there and a rejection. Once that first rejection candle signals, that is going to be my sign to flip some Bitcoin into more altcoins, as I'm about 80% Bitcoin right now. And I do have my altcoins split up almost dead evenly at like 5% of the portfolio each. Very, very low, but I do plan to add 1 or 2 alts if the prices are right at the time. I do expect them to still go a little bit lower. Not much, but a little bit. So for right now, guys, most important things to pay attention to, obviously the Bitcoin chart, the 108 and 166%, you're going to probably want to either cut some losses on altcoins or continue DCAing into altcoins depending on what your ultimate goal is. I am by no means a financial advisor, guys. I have just somebody who's been in the market for 8.5 years now and has a little bit of an idea what I'm doing. So that should be all I got for right now. It's early. I woke up. I just wanted to come on, touch base with what was going on in the market right now. I'm going to be on later with an actual script and actual ideas to talk about. I did, just like I said, want to come in. I'm trying to slowly break myself back into doing streaming again, as I've taken the last over a year off and decided to go back to a 9-to-5, which I recently left for crypto and streaming again. So again, I would appreciate a like, a subscribe. I will be here. I will be dropping some very good information for you guys. But right now, this first week is kind of more of a reintroduction phase of who I am, what my background is, what the purpose of this channel is going to be, as it's shifted majorly from crypto back in 2017 to sports betting largely for about 4 years, where we were highly, highly profitable. But now that the markets are really starting to heat up, especially for those who bought 2017 or 2020 C19 times around 3 grand, you're in pretty good shape right now. So right now the market takes priority for me. So the channel is going to shift to a crypto and stock channel, basically a crypto channel and Bitcoin stocks. You know, your Maras, your Riots, your MicroStrategies, MetaPlanets, shit like that. So it doesn't look like anyone really said much in the comments. So I guess that's going to wrap it up for right now. Please let me know in the comments what you want to see in the next video. What are you confused about? What are other people not covering that you want to know about? Please talk to me. Tell me. I mean, I'm as familiar with this market as 99% of the world, or more familiar with this market than 99% of the world. So let me guide you, but I need to know what you guys want. You know, it's hard. I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do this as a technical analysis type channel or if I want to do this as just a more Bitcoin at large and why it's important and its role in the future and where it can get you and what stacking targets we're looking at and where that can get you based on models. Is that the kind of stuff you want to see, or do you want straight TA price action stuff? You know, let me know. Let me know. I'm willing to give you guys whatever you want. Eventually, there will be some kind of private group opened up, and it's not going to be any kind of rapey prices like some of these guys are putting out, $200 a month. No, we're talking $10, $15 a month tops, 50 cents a day, $1 a day. Very, very cheap. Just something to keep you in the loop and to give you a group of people that can help you. But the reason that I have to put a price on it is if it's free, it attracts every scammer and every bot in the world. So if you put a price on something of $15 a month, it's going to keep most scammers, and it's going to keep the bots away. So that's going to be coming down the road, not really anytime soon, but as I did quit my job, obviously, as a creator, that's going to have to be part of my strategy to live. So along with trading the market and obviously my long-term holds. So I think that's it for now, guys. That's going to be a wrap for today, for at least the first stream today. Like I said, let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see. Please drop your thoughts in the comments. And again, make sure to like, subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any future updates, as the future is going to start holding some much more valuable content, and we are going to stop with the very informal hellos and this is how this channel is going to be type of thing. I really would appreciate some feedback though from people on what they want to see. What information is going to help you the most, guys? Just tell me.